Welcome to the JTV News Update. I am Sean Rose. Premier Dr. Orlando Smith says the Postal Services must retool itself to remain viable in light of an increasingly complex technology-driven global consumer industry. Premier Smith, who holds responsibility for postal services, was addressing the opening of the 18th Annual Caribbean Postal Union Conference on Monday morning at Maria's by the Sea Hotel.
Indeed, the issues that we are faced with are varied and critical. But we should ensure that the network of administration throughout the region and globally not only exists into the foreseeable future, but is efficient and able to compete with other services that have been able to capitalize on the more profitable sectors of postal activities. Postal administrations are essential. They provide a link between nations across borders at the most effective rates possible, act as facilitators for intra and international trade, and in this modern, fast-paced environment, provide business services to the farthest corners of the world. Despite the fact that there are advanced telecommunication systems in the more advanced territories and nations of the world, posts remain relevant. However, in this environment, we must retool ourselves so that not only will the vulnerable in our society be serviced, but that through the technological advances that are available to us, we can provide a type of logistical services that only a network as expansive and interconnected as the global postal network headed by the Universal Postal Union can provide.
In her address at the conference, Postmaster General Stout says security is still one of the main challenges for postal services.
This year, our theme is the future of the post, postal harmonization and sustainability. Thanks to the CPU, we are all very aware of the challenges faced by posts in many spheres, including that of security. The challenge is as pertinent today as it was 10 years ago. It's a concern I know that we all share. The full development of means to detect, deter, and to defend against while still maintaining the effective and proficient services of the post. As a body, the CPU recognizes that it is at venues like these which fosters relationships with countries, which helps promote inter-country agreements as well as facilitate the correct forum for introducing thought-provoking and fulfilling conversations and collaborative solutions for ongoing improvement and success.
Renald Baldio Singh, Interim Secretary General of the Caribbean Postal Union, the CPU, says as a developing region, the Caribbean has unique challenges, adding that the BVI conference seeks to optimize postal services in the Caribbean.
I know that over the next 2 days, we would be looking at ways of optimizing what is already in place for post and the development of post in the region. And as the Premier mentioned, the quest for efficient multimodal transportation among the islands. It is hoped that with the air of the Premier and the other officials that speak at the level of CARICOM, that we could move this region from the thought of being a series of islands separated to a series of cities separated by air and sea. So that one day when mail drops into the Caribbean, within 2 days or 1 day, it could be delivered. To do that, we would require the collective ideas and approaches of all here, including the people who come from other parts of the world. We must always appreciate that we live in a developing region, and that what occurs for e-commerce in the developed world may not always be applicable here, in that many of our merchants are not e-commerce ready. They do not have a web page to go on to buy. So our challenges may be unique, but the quest for service, for day+1 delivery, for efficient and effective financial services remain the same globally.
Over 60 delegates from throughout the Caribbean and beyond are in BVI this week for the 18th CPU conference. For the JTV News Update, Sean Rose.